Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to our series on the ultimate listing presentation domination, the 7-step process that we use to crush every listing appointment. So today, the segment we're going to be talking about is T.A.Q.O, T-A-Q-O. This comes after bonding and rapport, and this is really going to set the stage for the rest of your meeting. Let's jump into it. All right, so in the previous training, we actually toured the house. We went through, we built bonding and rapport with the home seller. And if you guys haven't seen that training, go back and watch it, because you really can't watch this and be engaged and understand what I'm talking about if you haven't watched the first one. So go watch video number 2, which is all about bonding and rapport. All right, so T.A.Q.O. What does T.A.Q.O. stand for? T.A.Q.O, time, appreciation, questions, and outcome. One of my old sales coaches taught me this a long time ago, because as a professional salesperson, you sit down, you want to be on solid ground, a solid foundation with the home seller. We don't want there to be any awkwardness during the meeting. We want us both to have a clear understanding about what's about to happen. So T.A.Q.O is kind of like the agenda for today's meeting. So after we tour the home, we come back to where that briefcase is, then we sit down and we go through making sure they have enough time for the rest of the meeting. Okay, Mr. Seller, I really appreciate the tour. Thank you so much. It was awesome getting to know more about you. And I want to make sure that you're still good with about 30 minutes left of today's meeting, because I want to better understand your situation. So we're confirming they've got enough time. And you're thanking them for not only having you over to the house, but giving you a tour of the home. And you let them know, hey, I'm going to go through and I'm going to ask you a series of questions so I can better understand your situation. And at the end, I'm going to then go over our worry-free listing home marketing system with you. And you can let me know if you'd like to get enrolled today or not. Is that fair? It's yes or no answer. The whole purpose of T.A.Q.O is to make sure you and the seller, you're on a firm ground, that there's no question marks, what's going to happen next. They have a clear understanding that you're going to ask them questions, you're going to present, and then they're going to give you an answer of a yes or no today. And by getting that yes, you're clear to move forward. Now you can go through your sales process rather than them having control of the sales process and throwing you completely out of whack. This is a big difference between amateur agents and professional agents, is having an agenda set where you and the potential customer have a clear understanding about what's about to happen. Now, after you go through, if you get a no, you got to break down why you're getting a no. And if you get a no, you can't move forward. And if that means you've got to come back and do the presentation later, ask the questions later, so be it. But you can't move forward without a yes. Once you get a yes, then we can go into the fact-finding stages. So even though it's 7 steps, this is a 7-step system, it really breaks down into 3 segments. Segment number 1 is the introduction, which is bonding and rapport and T.A.Q.O. Segment number 2, which we're going to be moving into, is fact finding. And finally, segment number 3 is presentation and close, which we'll get to down the road. So now we've toured the home, we've done bonding and rapport, we've sat down and we've set the agenda, or we've set T.A.Q.O with the home seller, and we've got the green light to move forward. So in our next video, we're actually going to be starting the second segment, which is the fact-finding segment. And we're going to start with our first video on the why, finding out the why behind the sale of the home. Is the home seller trying to avoid pain or move closer to pleasure? That's why subscribe to our channel. Turn on the notifications so you never miss an update, and you'll be going through this process with us over the next several weeks to understand all 7 steps for total listing presentation domination.